Today on Skyblock, I'm gonna be showing you guys a mage guide all the way from floor 1 to floor 7 on what gear you should use and what weapons you guys should be using to run the floors really easily without having any problems. So starting off, guys, you guys are gonna need a Dreadlord sword from floor 1 all the way to floor 4. It is really useful and it comes in handy so much, and it doesn't even cost that much. I know you guys, just in case you guys are starting out new, this is a good budget setup, okay? So with the mask, I'm gonna go with the Bonzo mask, and it's really useful because when you guys are starting out, this mask has the ability to basically, if you do die during the dungeon, it just makes you back to full health without actually dying, and it has a little bit of a cooldown. The cooldown is long, yes I know, but at least you're not gonna be dying, so that means you're not gonna be throwing the one for the other team. As well as the armor is gonna be zombie soldier chestplate, zombie soldier leggings, and boots. Now the reason that I went for this armor set with the Bonzo mask, this is better than adaptive. It does give you more effective HP, and you're able to deal more damage with this armor set. You need to make sure it is 5-starred. This armor set right here is not 5-starred. You need to make sure the whole armor set is 5-starred and necrotic. The chestplate, make sure the chestplate is unloving because it gives you the 5% ability damage that you need to do more damage. Now, I do recommend getting a frozen scythe if you're able to. If you're not able to run floor 4 because it's a little bit difficult, you're still able to run floor 2 and make money. Floor 4 is really profitable, so you guys can run floor 4 if you're able to. You get a spirit bone and a spirit wing, which sells for a lot of money, and you're gonna be making a ton of profit as well. You can get the recombobulator, which also makes you a ton of money. Having a frozen scythe will also help you guys either fighting a shadow assassin, a lost adventure, or if you're gonna just clear the rooms because you feel like it, you know, why not? It does a lot of damage and it slows down the enemies, especially against shadow assassins. These things are so annoying. They just go behind you and just stab you. So yeah, and let me see here, what else? So from floor 5 and 6, you would need spirit scepter. Like, a spirit scepter would come in really good use, and it does a lot of damage, and you can do all the way to floor 7 with a spirit scepter, so it's really useful. As well, for the armor would be necrotic shadow goggles, which is really useful. The perfect chestplate, it depends on what tier you are, what catacombs tier you are, you'll be able to use it. So you can use it tier 9, 8, 10, or 11, depending on what catacombs level you are. Now with the boots and leggings, I went with the Necrolord armor. You are gonna need floor 6 completion for this, so you're probably gonna ask a friend of yours to maybe help you to complete floor 6 once at least to be able to put this armor on. Now this armor is really tanky, okay, and basically with floor 6, the terracottas do so much damage. I mean, so much damage. So this is why I went with this armor. Now, if you are taking a lot of damage still, you can switch out these goggles with the Bonzo mask only during the terracottas because you are going to need the shadow goggles to be able to do more damage, especially when clearing the rooms and trying to get everything done. Now, for floor 7, I would recommend trying to get Midas Staff. Okay, a Midas Staff is really useful. One taps everything in floor 7, makes life 10 times easier. Now for the armor, I do really recommend storm boots and storm leggings and chestplate. You gotta make sure the chestplate are all on loving and the rest of the pieces are on necrotic because you need that mana to be able to do more damage. And also, you do not want to be running out of mana. It's really annoying to run out of mana. So also, I go with the wither goggles that you are going to need to be Kata 28 for that to be able to use them during the dungeon. Also, the storm armor is really good. So much HP, so much mana. It makes you do such crazy amount of damage, and plus it reduces the damage taken from withers by 10%, which is really nice per piece. So that's 30%. Also, while running floor 7, guys, if you do get enough money and you are maybe able to drop maybe a Necron's handle, you're able to get a Hyperion, which a Hyperion makes rooms so much easier to clear. You can just go in there, get out, finish everything, every single room, just right click in there. Okay, now for the pets, as a mage, you're only gonna need 2 pets, okay? Either a level 100 blue whale or a level 100 sheep pet with textbook. Okay, you need the textbook for the intelligence because that way you do get a lot more intelligence. Now, from floor 1 all the way to 6, I do recommend sheep pet. Now, floor 7, it can be a little bit difficult, so you are gonna need a blue whale if you are taking too much damage from the mobs, especially from those skeleton master. They do so much damage, so you do not want to be messing with them if you do not have a Hyperion. Otherwise, they would just hit you, and then you take so much damage, and you'll be dead. The one throwing for your team, which you guys do not want to be the ones doing that for your team. So I do recommend getting a sheep pet all the way from floor 6 and then floor 7 if you are having a lot of hard time and just keep on dying, just get a blue whale. This should help you out a ton. It literally doubles your effective HP, so you are taking like half the damage. You are sacrificing though more damage and less mana, but you at least are able to survive in there without throwing the run for your team. Now guys, while running floor 4, you are gonna see Shadow Assassins, which all you need to do is just use the Frozen Scythe. They're not able to do anything, and once they do teleport behind you, you're just able to turn around and just slow them down even more until they die. So yeah, the Frozen Scythe is really good, and it's really useful for what it's used for. Make sure it's 5-starred. I know it does require high kata depending on what kata level you are. It does have a requirement, so make sure you do get a Frozen Scythe to make this run a lot easier so you're not dying. You're able to clear rooms with it pretty easily as well. Just right click on everything, as well as the Dreadlord Sword. The Dreadlord Sword is very useful. Like I said, I just one tap that. You see, you can shoot from far away, easy peasy. You don't even need to go close to them. That way you're not able to take damage and you don't die, which you're not throwing the run for your team. While you guys are fighting the Lost Adventures, make sure your back is all clear, because you do not want to be running into walls, because once you run into a wall, he will be able to hit you. So make sure you guys are running back. That way you do slow him down and you are able to kill him easily without taking a lot of damage. That way you're not dying. Now, while you guys do floor 4, once you enter the boss room, you're able to go into a corner right here and then do the decoy strat. So once you place a decoy, right, these decoys stick to these minions, and I mean 6 little decoys, and then the bats hit you like a couple times, but then once you're able to get close to the decoy, they attack the decoy instead of attacking you. So what you're able to do, you're able to use the Dreadlord Sword and just right click on the mobs that are down there. That way you're not taking any damage and none of your team is dying. You see, I have a lot of mobs right here, so I'm just able to right click them all easily, and then I'm able to get really fast milestones. As well as be careful by being on the edge, because sometimes the chickens are able to fling you in the air. So just keep an eye out on that as well. So yeah, once you guys see all the mobs down here, I'm just able to use the Dreadlord Sword to easily kill them real fast, so I can get the Spirit Bear spawn. And there's the Spirit Bear. So then from there, I'm just able to right click the Spirit Bear until he dies. This is just really easy. He does shoot with the bow a little bit, and then he comes down here, and then you're just able to spam him even more. He is dying pretty quick, as you can see here. So if you do have a full team, he will die even faster. Okay, I do recommend have a healer, so that is fine having a healer. I know, just tell him to get like a Dreadlord Sword or something, that way he's able to help you out with some damage. But yeah, once you kill the Spirit Bear here, you just jump down, be careful, jump down, come back up, and try not to die. There we go. And then find where the gas is and just shoot it. That way you do not die and everything is all good. You see, I have a bunch of mobs on me. Oh, you see, yeah, the bats, because I killed the bats a little bit. So you just gotta get close to the decoys so they do ignore you and they focus on the decoy instead of you. And then there you go. Just go ahead and spam the Dreadlord Sword again and again. Just really easily. You see, I'm able to do so much damage because the Dreadlord Sword is just OB. Make sure your Dreadlord Sword is 5-starred. Mine is not. And make sure it's also set to heroic, which mine is not set to heroic. But yeah, a Dreadlord Sword is a really great way as floor 4 or floor 2 if you're new. As well, it's very cheap. It doesn't even, I think it costs like only 20k on auction. So 20k is not that bad. Make sure that the zombie soldier armor is legendary, because that is needed. And once you get down here, go back up and then just shoot the ghast easily, and then you're able to do that 4 more times until the ghast is dead, which makes it so much easier. That way nobody dies in floor 4 while doing the boss fight. Alright guys, so while doing floor 7, this is why I recommend a Midas staff, because it just makes life really easy. And as you can see here, let me use the Spirit Scepter. I'm able to basically just almost one tap everything in floor 7, and even when you get against this thing, you can just use your Midas staff. And even against a Lost Adventure, you can just spam him with Spirit Scepter, and when he comes close to you, just use the Midas staff and push him back, and geez, again, they're able to die so fast, like nothing can come in your way. You can just use the Spirit Scepter to clear out the whole room without having any trouble getting close to any mobs. That way they do not hit you. And yeah, as you can see here, I'm not taking much damage because nothing is really coming close to me. As soon as they basically look at me, they're basically dead. Even this, nothing, like 13 mil damage right there just by using the Midas staff, so you are able to one tap everything. After you do have the zombie soldier, make sure it is legendary. It does make a lot of difference, and make sure it is 5-starred and necrotic. Okay, make sure the chestplate as well is on loving reforged. Now I don't have these as 5-star, but make sure it is 5-starred and necrotic. Same goes for every single armor. You are gonna need the chestplate to be on loving just for the 5% ability damage increase, and the necrotic on all the pieces of the armor, so you do get more mana, so you're able to do so much more damage as a mage. Make sure you guys smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't. I am doing a 15 mil giveaway at 700 subs, and another 10 mil at 800, and another 10 mil at 900, and a massive giveaway at 1k. Okay, so make sure you guys are smashing that subscribe button if you haven't. Make sure you guys join the Discord in the description. That's where I'm going to be doing all the giveaways. Okay, and as well, if you guys haven't clicked that bell, make sure you guys do that, because I do stream almost every single day with many hours. I make like 50 mil per stream, maybe more, maybe 20 to 40 mil, but I always try to stream as much as I can and make a lot of money and help you guys out and guide you. If you guys have any more questions, just go ahead and put in the comments. I'll reply to you guys. And yeah, have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Thank you so much for coming to this video. Thank you for watching this video. Have a good day. See ya.